Hi FlossTube, it's Carrie with Floss Boss Stitches. I figured I would just do a real quick video while I've got some eggs boiling in the kitchen to make some deviled eggs for later on. My husband went to the driving range because he doesn't know what to do with himself, being off for a day. And baby's taking his morning nap and the big kids are enjoying lazing around as well. So I'm in a new stitchy spot. Actually, it's my normal stitchy spot, but not my normal video spot. I normally video out in the sitting room where there's some pretty good light, but these sliding doors are letting some light in. Usually this room is like a total cave, but that is where I usually stitch. It's my grandma's recliner that we use if she comes over. And you see I've got my yarns and all kinds of stuff hidden up there, but plastic bin. It's a hot mess. It's very messy. And lots of stuff hides behind the chair on the brick hearth. You see the bag of polyfill like peeking out. It's a mess back there. Also, I have this usually in the chair. This is my Nimbus 2000 Firebolt U-Pick Harry Potter broom blanket, pillow that my sister crocheted. So I figured if you saw it back there, you'd be wondering about it, because who wouldn't want to know about the Firebolt pillow? Okay, so just a few quick things. I have a little bit of haul, some good starts, and more about that bag giveaway. This is the bag, which is dying to be sent away. It has gingerbread men and some white piping. It's 11 by 13. And it is lined with this swirly metallic something. So I'm going to be giving this away on December 3rd in a short video, if not longer, if I have something to show. So go to my Etsy shop, Floss Boss Stitches, and just send me a message with your email address saying that you want to enter. And that way, if you win, I can email and find out your shipping address and get this out. So there's that. I have so many more cut out. I'm going to have more bags than I know what to do with. And I'm such a mess. I never take anything off the frame. So like a current whip, I don't know. My bags are over there, but I'm not working on what's in them. I just work on whatever's out, but we'll see. I'm going to make, I'm looking at all the cut fabric on this table, like ready to go. But that sewing machine has to come down, and baby is like, I love sewing machines. I want to tear it up. So, all in good time. Let's go over a little bit of that haul. I did end up getting the needle minders from Minding My Minders. This is the Lucky Cat. I was saying that I wanted the Hirschner's kit of the This Is How I Roll Sushi Cat. And I love it. I've never had a Minding My Minder before. And I like it. Lives up to the reputation. I was using it, so. All right, and my muffin pan. Let's hope I don't need this today. No, I won't. So there is Lucky Cat, and there's Phantom that I said that the family loves Phantom in the Opera, and I'm like, meh, but it was good to get. And then Creatures from the Black Lagoon. I actually thought that I ordered a different one, but I was looking at all of them, and Creature from the Black Lagoon has some meaning to me as a teacher, because there's a series of picture books where it's fill in the blank from the Black Lagoon, like the school bus driver from the Black Lagoon, the librarian from the Black Lagoon. And they're really funny little picture books for children. And I had them all in my classroom, and kids would always be excited when the new one came out. So I wanted this one, but then there was also one about like Attack of the Teenage Monster or something. And that's the one I thought I ended up with. Here we go. This is my teenage monster. She gets me. She doesn't look like it. She looks sweet, but she actually is evil. She's probably in her room right now plotting something against me because she wasn't allowed to go somewhere last night. So I thought I got the teenage monster something, but yeah, I got the Black Lagoon. It's always a surprise. That tells you about what I order. I'm just like, this, that, this. So those are my minders for Minding My Minders. I went to Joann's because I needed a little retail therapy. How about that? And I always want this book, and I've seen a lot of people stitching out of it. Kate, the Stash Queen, has a start out of here for her year of starts. And I like quilts, obviously, and I like things that are seasonal or like a set. Oh, there's Lizzie Kate, November stamp. So I've been wanting this, and I had the 50% off of one regular priced item, and I think this is only like $7.50, $7.99. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and buy that. It's 5 charts, and they're big. I had no idea how big they are. I don't even have an Aida that I can use, or a piece of linen, which the more I tell myself, oh, I should get into Joblin or something else, Lugana, the more I'm like, no, I like Aida. I don't know. It feels like it's a guilty pleasure, like it's like you're not supposed to like Aida. But nobody says that. It's just that when I see all the stitchers not using it, it's like I get that idea that I'm not supposed to want to. But a lot of people also talk about loving Aida, and I like it. I like how stiff it is. I know that's terrible, but I like that. So anyway, these are really big. They're 250 stitches wide. That's bigger than I thought. And even on 18 count, or 16 count, it's 16 inches long. And most pieces are barely 18 and like 18 by 15, I guess. Is that a fat quarter? But that's what's usually in the tubes. So I couldn't do a start out of here, but I got my 5 Seasons quilts, and like I thought would come, my Korean alphabet came for my new niece or nephew that is not even thought of yet, again, except by me, and I think of him or her a lot. It's a soda stitch Korean alphabet, and I think it's so cute. And I always I started saying A is for giraffe, so I'm just equating the letters like A, B, C. And it kind of threw, I think my sister I was talking to, it threw her off, and she's like, what? I don't get it. What do you mean you don't get it? I don't know the Korean alphabet. There's the first letter. The first letter is A, so A is for giraffe. So I always say A is for giraffe, D is for robot. I love, love, love this chart so much. I'm looking all at it. I like how it's bold for the actual alphabet letter and then like lighter gray to spell the rest of the word. And there's the alphabet's at the bottom, and I don't know if I'm going to chart that. I get it, but I don't know. I kind of don't like it being included with the graphic, but I'm sure I have plenty of time, although it's stitching up pretty quick. I worked on it one time because this is, again, for a baby that's not even, the parents aren't even engaged yet. So, yeah, this might just be mine forever, but I really want to stitch it because I love it. And this is what I have. I have A is for giraffe. I put a little giraffe in there just to start seeing. First I did the letters, and then I was like, let me put one image in just so I can see like how it fits, because they're only like a stitch or two away. It's a pretty busy chart. Love it. But A is for giraffe, B is for apple, C is for chicken, so that's good, D is for robot, E is for ladybug. That's how I'm going to like learn this alphabet, and my baby is going to be the most confused baby in the world as I start memorizing this. So fun fact, this is 14 count Aida. It came with the kit, and I've never used pre-gridded. I've really never used gridded. Like in my first or second video, I told you that I bought a Mega from Duamici on Etsy, and it was like a big, huge, wait for it, stained glass Disney thing. And I've seen this image on DeviantArt, like as posters, t-shirts, phone covers, anything, everything. And I started stitching it a little bit and saw a lot of stitchers on Instagram, either with the same pattern or one that you can tell is kind of with the series and from the same seller. And I think it was just created by dragging an image into the software and dropping. And to me, they just come out a little too blurry sometimes. And so I'm like killing myself trying to grid it, trying to stitch it. And I've never done confetti full coverage like that before. I mean, nothing like a Haid or whatever. So, and that's pretty much what it is. I mean, I think it was 36 inches long. So I decided, like, I was looking at theirs and there's no back stitching and it's just too, like, you have to stand really far away for it to look crisp. And I don't like that. So I stopped stitching it. And I think I made it a UFO, but, you know, I still have the chart. Nothing's going to happen to it. It's there. But I then have not told you since then that I ended up buying a hide when they were on sale, which seems like it's every other day. Everybody posted on Stitch Mania like it's something special, but it seems like they always have a 50% off special, which is, I guess, good for us. I got Checking It Twice mini. Where is... I'm a little... Oh, I was looking for my iPad to show you a picture, but you are my iPad right now. I'm sure many of you know Checking It Twice. It's a really nice Santa Claus in front of a mantle and fireplace and a nice tree. It's mini, so it's only 9 pages, so that's not that crazy at all. And I did start stitching it, but I made the grid myself, and I had to frog it, like 2 whole colors off of the first page. So it was kind of a lot of frogging, but I did it. I'm doing it on, what is it? I think it's Ada that is, no, it's an even weave linen. I want to get that going this week and actually keep it going. But this, I remember now why I brought that up. Sorry. Because of this grid that came on the Ada. And I've seen it like in the videos and stuff, but they don't have it at my Joann's. And I love this. It's inside the Ada, so I guess you like clip it and pull it at the end, because this is not full coverage by any means. And it does come off. Here's a spot where it's like even, you know, pretty loose. But I love this stuff. This might be totally worth some good money to me, because I am a super cheapskate. And buying stuff like this online, I would be like, I can just mark it. I'll pull some threads through. I've seen that. Being near my stitchy spot might be a mistake. It might make me really less organized as far as videos go. Okay, so this was the first page of Checking It Twice that I myself, oh, this is Ada. This is probably like super tiny Ada, something definitely, maybe 25 or something. You see it's like all stained up from the threads. They're probably stuck in there, and that's a pen. And I started marking it like not in the gutter, but like over the actual stitch and then somewhere in the gutter. So I'm like, wait, is this where the line is, number 1, or is it number 10 from the square before? So I ended up with the 2 colors, and it was off, so I had to frog it. So I did frog it and turned it over and was like, I can use this again, no big deal. So I was like, I watched an Aussie stitcher who I can't remember right now who it was, but saying how she just drags it and it always stays in. I tried to like put this floss in. I was trying to mark it. So I got sick of that. And also the alphabet came in the mail. So I was like, let me just put that away. But I really want to get on Checking It Twice because it looks cool, and I've like tried to park before when I was on my Disney stained glass page, and I don't know, I want to do that. So I have a hide, just throwing that out there. I have it, and it's a Christmas one, and Christmas year round is coming. So there you go. I need to put this down a little bit, but it's so fun. Watch, this will be like the first thing I finish out of all these things. Oh. Here's a piece of a project bag. Glitter. Well, yeah, glitter. It's all cut out, ready to go. What's under it? Okay, it's fine. More haul. So the Korean alphabet, the needle minders. A couple weeks ago in Tennessee, I went to Hobby Lobby, which I don't have one even near local here. And they have clearance sections, and Joann's does not. My Joann's has a clearance section, but it's always like weird cookie batches in a jar and weird stuff, or the children's junk, absolute junk, like foam pieces that are adhesive and you can make a visor out of it or something. And they were originally $1.99 and now they're $1.98. So, I mean, I guess that's cool if you have a kid old enough that is interested in doing it, but there's nothing in the clearance section. Old beat up scrapbook paper, that's at my store. And I asked if they ever have anything cross stitch, and they said it usually pretty much is already gone when it does go on clearance. So Hobby Lobby has like a lot of kits, and I got a few. I showed those before. My sister also lives in Tennessee and was in the area of a Hobby Lobby, so I had her go and check it out. And she got me these Riolas, and they came in the mail yesterday. They're beaded, so I have never done that before. It's awfully simple. The wing is back stitched, just the belly and some of the muzzle. Is that what the front of a dinosaur's face is? A muzzle? Snout? Is stitched, but look at that, $2.80 from $12.99, which obviously is on clearance. So you'd say, who would pay $12.99? Nobody did. That's why I got it for $2.80. So that'll be a fun project to play with the beads. And it didn't have to get kitted up, you know, because I have a Mirabilia. It's Leilani, the hula dancer, and she was a freebie, and I just wanted to do, I thought maybe that would be a good start for me there. But, I mean, I literally have never done the beads, so this will be fine. It's fun, it's easy, and I can kind of mess up with it and get a little practice in. And then this strawberry here. Yeah. So I got those two kits. Ooh, that's a lot of haul for a week where I was not really expecting much other than the alphabet and the needle minders. And one other piece. I don't know if I would really call this haul because I made it myself on my software. But my brother is a great big geek. Oh, I love him. He's the best. And he has an entire room at his house called the game room, and he loves board games. And I love them too. Anytime I visit up there, we spend a lot of time in the game room with his friends and his kids. They're teenagers as well. He's got one a year older than Allison and one a year younger. So those three can punish us big time when we're together. So he has this game room, and he has a lot of awesomely nerdy stuff hanging on the walls. He has one of our city back home, like some of the best landmarks there. There are a lot of bridges. It's right on the Tennessee River. So there are really landmark bridges and some of the buildings downtown. So he has that as a photograph. And then this guy that goes to the market superimposed, gosh, you guys will probably kill me. So many of you probably know Star Wars. Like the little ships that they fly around shooting each other in, and some people standing on the bridges, lightsabering each other. And what are those big dog robot things? I know they're at Disney World. Like big dog robot person carriers walking through the river. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, you're such a nerd. It's a huge print, like framed, matted, everything on the wall in the game room. And then he's like, you don't know how nerdy I am. He starts picking it apart, how it's not realistic, how the size, like if you go and measure the width between the pilings on the bridge and look at this saucer flying through, that's not realistic. And that robot dog that's walking through the river, at that point in the river, it's 75 feet deep. And this thing is only up to its knee. And when people in the movie are standing next to it, it's only like 2 or 3 people tall. I was like, you're right. I had no idea. Well, I was like, I want to contribute to the nerdiness that is that room. So I have this. I was looking for my mom some gifts for Christmas, like Harry Potter, just pretty much anything. I was just looking at, you know, like mugs and shirts, and I'm a keeper and all that. And I found a t-shirt that said this. The element of surprise. And that is absolutely my nerdy brother to a T. And they have the element of surprise, everything. Mugs, posters, shirts, cozies, everything. So I just put this together on my own software. And I'm going to put some Krynic in here and do some back stitching on this border. This is just going to say, the element of surprise, just like you saw on the t-shirt, and then the border on the bottom. So I thought that was pretty funny, and I think it will match right along with the stuff that he has in the game room. One thing he has, I told you he has a teenage kids and he's a single dad, so it's very single daddish around there. And they got him, he has like the lamp from the Christmas Story, the leg, and they buy him all this stuff. Lots of Doctor Who stuff. They got him a coffee mug that is a toilet. So you hold it and you drink right out of the toilet bowl. And he has that in there. So I think, the element of surprise will go well. So that's a start. And I'm almost, honestly, you see it's not, this is the H coming down, and then there's a capital A here. There's another number down here, and then it just says the element of surprise. It's almost done. It's like half done, and I've worked on it a day or two. But I also am supposed to be doing the Brooks books for my nephew, the Oz, at least Dorothy and her 3 companions. So I really need to hurry, and that's why Korean alphabet has a little bit of a hold on it, because between the element of surprise and the Brooks books, and honestly, my niece who lives there is going to be like, what's up? And I have a quilt for her that I've had for a few years, but I'm hand quilting it. I really didn't piece it at all. It was just mustache fabric, because you know mustaches were so in a few years ago. I did cross stitch her some mustaches, and she has that up in her room. And then I got this fabric and just laid it with batting in the middle and a really cool, colorful background. I'm sorry, backing. And I just was hand quilting it. Yeah, well, after my thumb about gangrening fell off, I stopped. And you know, I, of course, picked a pattern of quilting that is extensive. My mom even told me, just stop doing it and give it the way it is. Like half quilted. I was like, oh, these poor kids, we are such scallywags. Because between me, my mom, and my sister, I hand quilted my nephew's baby quilt that my mom made, and he got it for his 16th birthday because it's been pieced at her house for 15 years. And then she finally was like, quilt this. So I did it like in 2 months. I mean, it's small. So I hand quilted it in like 2 months time, and he got it for his 16th birthday. He's 19 now. And I have it back at my house because they were like, you should at least use it for the baby. At least somebody will use it. My daughter, who just turned 18 last month, has had for 2 years a crocheted baby blanket from my sister, which she was adopted at age 10, but still, what happened in those last 6 years, that from 10 to 16 when she got it, she does use it though. She holds it on her lap all the time. So I don't know. I would do better to probably, I want to cross stitch a Friends pattern that I've seen on Etsy. It's the one where, like in the opening sequence, they're all around the couch with the multicolor umbrellas. And it, like, there's no face. Everything is very solid block, like solid black pants, white shirt, maybe a few buttons, like skin tone arm, skin tone face and hair is there, but no like eye, no back stitching. It seems like it would probably go up pretty fast to do that one. But I don't know. Even if it was pretty fast, I mean, it is cross stitching and it is almost December. So I don't know if it would go that fast. And the Korean alphabet is calling my name. I don't know. Hold on, I'm gonna get the quilt. Let's see how bad it would be if I'd have to do that. Okay. Ooh, I look like that Rapunzel where she's coming like this and they put like tattoos on her and a flannel and the Pascal. Ooh, okay. So here is the quilt upside down. It's just the fabric with batting in the middle and this jazzy, colorful background. The colors on the back are like a bright peacock blue, and there's like neon-y green. So I was stitching 2-inch diamonds in the green, and then it was like, oh, you should do it in the blue as well, just like a 1/4 inch away. So let me see if I even can find some that's done in both colors, because I probably should have done all of one color, and then, but I get impatient and I want to see what it's going to look like. So there's some blue all over this. The green part is probably seriously 90%. I could totally do the green and finish it by Christmas. Send it to my mom to put the basting on. I really play with this stuff a little bit too much to know so little about it, but I never put the edge on quilts because when I do, it's a mess. My mom does it for me. All right, here we go. See, it's supposed to have the green and the blue. So now take the stitches and double them. So I was like, well, I could just frog the blue off because there's not, I mean, there's a lot of blue if you look at the entire quilt, but I mean, not so much that it's like, oh, just bite the bullet and do it. It's still lacking a lot of blue. Probably about 10% of green is missing and probably 90% of the blue is missing. So my mom's like, just don't even frog it. Just give it to her the way it is. Just like finish the green and just leave the blue not all done. But of course, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get it out. I'll be good. I'll do it. It will take like not even 2 months if I will just focus, but focus doesn't seem to be my super strength. I started this long before I was even pregnant, and my child is 13 months old. And this is long before he was even, this is like a year before I was even pregnant. But I did do it all, like probably in a 3-month period of time because that's what I do. Like, it seems like a great idea. I could never do the blue. I mean, I could, but it just will take so long. And I think already, like she used to always get mustache everything. And now it's like whatever she still has. It's not like she threw it away, but mustaches are not exactly in. That's the problem with doing trendy stuff. You can't get it done before it's not trendy anymore. Oh, well. Yeah, there's some blue. There's some blue. I do think if I do that, it will just be do the green and give it to my mom to seal the edges up. It's just a small one anyway. It won't even fit on a twin bed and cover it. It would just be like, oh, you're laying on the couch or kind of laying around with it. Anyway, the element of surprise will be done. Plus, adults get less and, you know, like what do you really want as an adult that you don't just buy at any point? So if she doesn't get that, I'm sure she probably wants me to just go buy her something anyway. All right, I think that's it. Just that little bit of haul and some Korean alphabet and some, the element of surprise. Russian kits. Watch out. Who knows what might happen if I get proficient here. So, all right, happy Thanksgiving. Time to go make some deviled eggs. I'm probably going to get food on my work all day today because I'm going to be trying to stitch something here and there instead of just admitting that this is a moot day. But I don't know. All right, go register for this bag. It wants to be registered for by many. So go to Etsy, Floss Boss Stitches, message me, say I want that bag. Leave me your email in case you win on December 3rd. See ya.